All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. Give me a second. Someone is passing on by. I don't want to be too loud. A little bit windy here today on the trail. But not too bad. Not too bad. Hope you're all having a really good day. I have a great topic here for you folks today, and I'm going to try to help a few more people here today truly understand certain things that I feel they're not understanding and try to help them get back on track to better their lives and become better people and produce better content. So stick around for that. But yeah. Oh, who is that? Is that Queen Helen Casey? Hey, Queen, how you doing? Lewis Fuller's in the house as well. And I think my lady is here too. You can chime on in whenever you'd like, babe. Somebody really wants my attention. Some grown-ass man back east wants my attention. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally, I'm here, babe. Hey. Or I'm here, love. Hey, babe, how are you doing? It's a little windy. I hope you can hear me okay. Yeah, it's interesting to me that some grown-ass man back east really wants my attention so badly. Sir, do you want my attention? Because I can give a little bit of it to you. I'm not going to give you my entire show or my entire life. But yeah, that's part of the topic here today. We're gonna discuss it in the most respectful, professional, and mature ways. That's what we do here in my neck of the woods throughout the Coach Eli network. But before we get to that, let me just make sure that let me make sure that people get the notification and chime on in. Yeah, by the way, as you folks probably know or not know, my lady does have manager access to my channels, and she has been authorized to file DMCA copyright takedown notices when I tell her to, and she's on the lookout. Now, I did give a blanket permission for people to rebroadcast my content, and I am holding true to that. I'm going to explain that here at the beginning of this show, so you're going to want to stick around. But I also reserve the right to remove that blessing or permission from any single particular person or people at any time. Now, I'm not going to do that for most people because most people have been respectful about it, and I'll share more about that here in just a little bit. So, yeah, to the one gentleman that was just taken down on another channel for copyright, if you're going to rebroadcast on another channel, my lady will be striking you down midstream. So that's all good. I mean, do what you got to do. And I'll share more about that in just a little bit. In the meantime, while we wait for some more people to pop on in, can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me know. Just want to make sure everything's going through okay. Last night, my lady and I did a great stream on Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live streams. It was about, I think it was almost like around 2.5 hours long. And we were talking about, how and why modern men are so insecure. And we were sharing our own thoughts. And then we got into this blog that is incredibly long. It was so long that after 2.5 hours, well, the first half hour, my lady and I were just talking about our own examples and stuff. But after 2 hours of going through this blog, we only made it halfway through. So we're going to do a part 2 of that stream. How and why, why are men so insecure in the modern world, right? We're going to do that tomorrow night over on my other channel, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live streams. And it's probably going to happen, I don't know, it might happen during the day, but more than likely it'll happen in the evening, probably around 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, or maybe 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to try to start a little bit earlier because my lady gets tired as the evening progresses. She gets up early to take care of her dogs and walk her dogs and feed her dogs and give them water and all that. So look for that tomorrow. So okay, we are back. We are back. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm so sorry. I got cut off from the cell tower pretty quickly nowadays. It's business as usual. A lot more people on the trail and more cars on the freeway. So if we have a few issues every now and then where I go offline temporarily, please bear with me. I'll be back as soon as possible. So we're going to just get right to it here today. Because there's a lot to talk about. I'm only going to do this side of the trail. I'm not going to do both sides. So I'll be on for about an hour and a half or so. Let's get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in beautiful Redwood City, California. It's a little windy, but I hope you can hear me. It's not that windy. It's not windy enough to distort the microphone. But let me know how it sounds to you. This is episode number 309. 309. Queen Helen Casey, welcome back. And the topic is, if you want the nonsense to stop, you must stop it yourself. One more time. If you want the nonsense to stop, you must stop it yourself. You want my attention, Paul? I'm going to give it to you for example purposes, Paul. Because you're a grown-ass man that just wants my attention. You want another grown-ass man's attention. You can't get enough of me, Paul. You love me. Like you said in the chat before, I banned you, Paul. I banned you, Paul, personally. Again. You said I inspire you, Paul. I'm glad I inspire you, Paul, in some way, shape, or form. But I inspire you to continue trying to come at me because you're so jealous of me, Paul. I'm saying this respectfully. I don't even want to talk about this or speak this way, but I speak of the truth. Paul, you are one of those very insecure men that we talked about on the stream last night. We were talking about it in general, but see, Paul, you're the perfect example. Your behavior speaks for itself, Paul. Do you think it is normal for a 50-plus-year-old grown-ass man to come at another grown-ass man in his late 40s that just wants to run a positive and uplifting YouTube channel? Are you jealous, Paul, because you're not as good looking as I am? You're not as confident as I am? You can't speak as well as I do? You're not as professional as I am, Paul? You see, Paul, I'm not even trying to kick you down. I'm speaking the facts. This is why you're coming at me, Paul. You are one big, huge projector, Paul. You're one big, huge projector, Paul. You're the perfect example of the man to not be, right? And see, Paul, here's the thing. You know, we made a peace, right? You want to know why I struck down your channel? 4 copyright strikes, Paul. It took 4. 3 wasn't enough. The reason why I struck down your channel, Paul, after making a blanket statement, I'm not going to strike anyone down again, is because I made those deals with people based on the fact that we have a peace, right? And you emailed me, Paul. Would you like me to share the email on my community tab that you wanted to make our peace official? I'm not going to do that, Paul. It's not necessary, but I do have that. You made a peace agreement with me, right? And I accepted that, right? Let's do it, right? I actually offered a universal peace offering to everyone on YouTube and in my real life. And you accepted that, Paul. And then I said, okay, I have no problem if anyone simulcasts me, okay? I have no problem if people critique me, right? Critique my actual content. But when you personally attack me, Paul, and my family, when you talk shit about my mother, my living situation and all that, that's none of your fucking business, Paul. It's not. It's not. It's none of your business, man. Are you jealous of what I've got and my family's got? Is that what it is, Paul? Do you wish you had a family like mine, Paul? Is that what it is? Would you rather live out here in the Bay Area, Paul, and be able to walk this beautiful, nice trail? Do you want me to show off, Paul? Because I can show off if you want me to, Paul. I'm not that kind of person. You see, Paul, here's the thing. You can talk all the smack you want about me, Paul. You can talk all the smack you want about me, Paul. It doesn't bother me. You can hit me below the belt, Paul, which that's what you do because you're not a real man. Hitting me below the belt doesn't bother me, Paul, but that definitely breaks any peace agreement, Paul. And that's why I flagged you down. And Paul, you're the only one I'm flagging down. Everyone else that I gave my blessing to rebroadcast me can go right ahead and do it. That includes your buddy James. That includes the other lady that I gave my blessing to, not mentioning her name, as part of our past agreements, being respectful. And anyone else. Everyone has my blessing to simulcast me with the exception of you, Paul, because you hit below the belt. You see, Paul, you can't fight fair because you're not capable of fighting fairly, Paul. You're not capable of constructively criticizing someone. You have to hit someone below the belt because you're that insecure, Paul. And that's fine, man. Keep on doing it, Paul. I'm going to keep taking you down. And only you. Because you're the only one that hits below the belt. Right? Other people that have rebroadcast me, Paul, yeah, they may not say the nicest things, but they don't hit below the belt. You hit below the belt, Paul, and that's a weak move. That's a weak beta female dog move, Paul. Now, I'm sure Paul is simulcasting me right now on his new channel. So, babe, go ahead and flag that down. And if you have any difficulties doing it, I'll go off the air for a few minutes. And I can do it from my phone. I've done it before. I'll flag him down myself. That's just hilarious. This dude just wants me, right? You want to be me. I've never seen any grown-ass man want another grown-ass man so badly or want to be like another grown-ass man so badly, right? You want to come out to the Bay Area, Paul, and hang out with me? You want me to show you what real living is all about? I'm not triggered, Paul. I'm laughing in your face because this is comical. It's comical to me. It's comical to my lady. It's comical to everyone that follows you. Even people that you think are your friends in the other group, Paul, they're laughing in your face. All you are is just another patsy of theirs. That's all you are, Paul. You're a patsy. Because that's all you're choosing to be, Paul. You could rise above all this, but you're deciding not to. Maybe you're incapable, Paul. Maybe you're incapable. Who's in the chat right now? Can you let me know who's in the chat right now? There's somebody coming. I'm going to wait for that person to pass on by before I go any further. I'm going to reset the chat and I will be right back. Okay? Don't go anywhere, folks. I'll be right back. All right, we should be back live. We should be back live. Yeah. You know, I might even give Queen Helen Casey manager access to my channels as well, because she's around all the time, more than my woman. And Queen will just flag you down every time, Paul. You love Queen Helen Casey. Oh, Queen, you would do that, wouldn't you, Queen? You'd have no problem filing these copyright strikes. Queen, you'd have no problem filing these copyright strikes, right, Queen? Right, Queen? You'd get a big thrill out of it, wouldn't you? You'd get a big thrill out of it, wouldn't you? And this is what I want to talk about here today, folks, because I've been talking about this with my lady. My lady is the one that's been wanting to talk about it with me. So like it doesn't bother her that I talk about it, right? It's like she's trying to learn more why these people continue to do this stuff, right? So it's not like I'm going out of my way to make this the highlight of our life, right? I'm not even doing that. I'm trying to, like teach everything possible regarding YouTube to my lady. And this has been like a great hands-on learning experience for her. Queen says, no, I don't. D. Ryder McQueen was hidden by Queen Helen Casey. Good job, Queen. D. Ryder McQueen. Oh, man. I could sit here and take a nice, beautiful walk, right? In one of the most beautiful areas on the planet. And I'm proud to live here, right? And I'm sitting here on my beautiful walk, breathing in the fresh air, kicking in those endorphins and getting my exercise, staying in shape, and seeing pathetic, weak, grown-ass men continue to come in here with sock accounts. D. Ryder McQueen. What a pathetic name, LOL. You know, Queen, your sex life is none of their business, right? And neither is mine, right? But they're just jealous because they're not getting any, That's all right. I'm not here to rub it in their face. I'm here to laugh at them, right? I'm here to share with people how to not behave. Now that woman is coming back the other way. She's not going to do the entire trail. That woman that passed me up over there on the left of the screen, right? So, we need passing up. I do the entire, long side of the trail at the very least. Folks, if you walk at least 3 miles per day, every single day, or at least 5 to 6 days a week, you will never have a weight issue. You should do some lifting too and stretches and all that. But at the very least, if you get out and walk at least 3 miles per day, you will not gain weight. You will stay in good shape. Even as you get older. It's more important even as you get older because you're working more and you're not playing as many sports, so you're not burning as many calories. And your metabolism does slow down a little bit, but it's more so people gain weight as they get older because they're not as physically active as they were when they were younger. An example, physical education PE class, in grammar school, high school, or in college. You're not playing as many sports. You're not working out as much. You're being more sedentary, right? So yeah, let me finish up with good old Paulie. And let me just say, Paulie, that's fine, Paulie, if you want to continue playing the cat and mouse game of you rebroadcasting me and me taking down all your channels, Paul, let's play that game for the rest of our lives, okay? I'm down. Are you down for that, Paul? Because the more and more that you do it, Paul, despite what people think of me, they know deep down inside you're more pathetic than I've ever been, Paul. Because at least for me, I've never tried as hard as you've tried to get one person's attention, let alone, Paul, you're trying to get another man's attention so badly. You so badly want to be this man right here. Right, Paul? That's pretty, that's ridiculous, dude. And I bet your buddy James is watching. How's it going, James? You getting off on this too? You're too busy to rebroadcast me, James, because you're busy going at another woman that's coming at you, and that's all ridiculous. I'm going to share a little bit about that in a bit, like in a general statement, because I just think a lot of people still don't understand that, give me a second. People still don't understand that if you want this nonsense to stop, whether it's YouTube, other social media platforms, or in your real life, if you want the nonsense to stop, you have to stop it yourself first. You have to stop it yourself, right? And see, James, I know you know that. You know the game, James. You're a master of this YouTube game. You know how to play people's emotions. And I'm not saying you're not real, James. What I'm saying is that these people don't realize that if they keep responding to you, you're going to keep making content off of them, and you're going to keep making money at their expense. It's the same thing you did to me and other people, right? But you can tell these people over and over and over and over again, right? And they just won't stop. And by the way, James, I've been kind of watching a little bit of your community posts lately, and I'll say this, James. People are coming at you and saying that you never get your hands dirty, right? That is BS, James. I'm not here to attack you or criticize you, James. But see, when people are saying you're a hypocrite, James, that you blame people for doing the same things that you've done. You see, James, I can prove this. And why don't you speak about this, James? Like you got on Granny's Watching for recording your phone conversation, right? And then she put it out there publicly, and then you made a community posting, James, saying that it's a two-party state, it's against the law for you to record someone's conversation without their consent and then put it out there publicly. Well, James, you did the same thing to me 3 years ago. And if that video is no longer publicly available on your hard drive, I've got it, James. How about I put that video public? I'm not going to, James. I'm just saying. I'm not even mad at you. I don't care. I'm just saying for example purposes, James, you know how to play this game. And you know that there are many things you've said and done that are hypocritical, right? But it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that you're getting a reaction just like you're getting one from me. Just know I understand it, James. I get it. I'm not mad at you. I'm like, rock on, brother. If people are going to keep feeding into you and giving you content and you can keep making money off of it, then what the hell, right? But, James, you are hypocritical and you know that. Because you're not blaming this woman for doing to you, recording you without your consent. It's the same thing you did to me. You recorded me without my consent many times. And you put it publicly out there on your channel. So what's the difference, dude? And I'm not mad. I don't care. I don't even care if that video is still public. I'm not going to do anything. It's not a big deal, bro. I'm just trying to mention these things to show people how stupid some of this shit is out here. And you just got to rise above it and move on. You just got to rise above it and move on. We got 13 thumbs up and 13 in the box. And don't worry, Paul, your stream will be going down soon. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, man. And even if it doesn't go down till after the show, I don't care. It'll go down at some point, and we'll just keep playing the cat and mouse game. And using you for example purposes, Paul, as the man to not beat, right? I'm going to have to use the restroom in a little bit, folks, as I get down towards the end of this long section of the trail here. Traffic on the 101 is moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Traffic is back to normal despite gas prices being right around $7 a gallon or closing in on $7 a gallon here in the San Francisco Bay Area. In Southern California, they're $8 and $9. And I heard one station's almost $10 a gallon. Further up north here in Northern California, about 3.5 hours north on the coast in a town called Mendocino, which I've wanted to go to Mendocino. I was going to take my lady to Mendocino this summer for a little weekend getaway or something, but I'm like, fuck that. With $10 a gallon for gas? Fuck that. Man, that's ridiculous. I'd probably fill up an hour before getting there and an hour after leaving that area, not filling up in Mendocino. It's a touristy small, it's a small town, touristy small town. It's beautiful. I've never been there, but I've seen the pictures and I do want to go. And here's the thing. At some point down the road, and I'll throw this out to you, James. I'll throw this out to you. You had mentioned, I want to see how good you are on your word, because you've been saying, James, that you said in one stream, and you brought that woman Scotty over to tell me about what was going on your stream, saying that maybe I should work with Eli. And Eli's right. Drama's not sustainable long term. No, it really isn't. It's only as sustainable as the people you're going back and forth with. Once they figure it out and stop feeding into you, you've got no content, right? Yeah, you may be able to regurgitate shit over and over again for a while like you did with me, but then it gets old, then it's stale, right? There's been no cringy Coach Eli moments. Maybe there has been a few, but there's been no triggering of Eli in over 2 years. So the old triggering videos have gotten old, right? There's just nothing new, right? So maybe down the road, James, maybe down the road, we can do something and talk about this with people. We'll figure that out. We'll see if you actually meant that or if you just said that during that time. Let me pull up the side and let this person pass for a few. Folks, I'm gonna go off the air for a second and come right back and reset the chat. I think the chat's frozen. Don't go anywhere. Looks like a few more sock accounts came in. Had to reset the chat. Queen says gas prices are just going to keep getting higher. Yeah. Until this war stops, they're going to keep going up. We got to do something about stopping that war in the Ukraine. Babe, you still around? Let me know if you're still around, babe. If you want to send me a message, a private message to my text, I'll get that the next time. Did you send me any messages to my my text, babe? Let me know, and I can check it in just a little bit here. I'm probably going to go off the air in a second to use the restroom. There are a lot of people coming on the trail, though. So I gotta wait for them to pass on by. No? Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on things for me. And I'm probably gonna add Queen Helen Casey as a manager as well. And that way I'm gonna have 3 channel managers now while I'm live. And the only person we're gonna flag is Paul. The only person that we're gonna DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or copyright strike is Paul. Everyone else can use my content, no problem, because everyone else doesn't hit below the belt. I may not like what they say, but they don't hit below the belt, right? So that's the way we're gonna handle it. Yeah, Paul, I'm picking on you. I'm picking on you because you keep picking on me for no reason, Paul, and I don't care that you pick on me. This isn't grammar school, Paulie. What would you like me to do, Paul? Would you like me to send you a parting gift? What would you like to make your fifis feel better, Paulie? Because again, I can keep talking about you and keep using you as examples of the man to not be. Like honestly, let me pull the chat. Let me ask Queen. Let me ask my lady. Let me ask anyone else in here. Out of all the pathetic men we've come across out here on YouTube, if you had to choose the single most pathetic man on this platform, who would it be? Yeah, the doctor comes in pretending to be the Google moderator team asking me, how big are your buns, Eli? Or they're buns of steel, Doc. You coming in here pretending to be the Google moderator team, that's fine. If you were actually the Google moderator team, I wouldn't have been able to ban you. You would have super Google powers and YouTube powers, right? That's ridiculous. The Google moderator team asking me, how big are your buns, Eli? All right, we're back live. We are back live. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I got your message regarding who's restreaming me. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'm going to go off the air. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and we'll discuss. All right. We are back live. We're back live. We're almost to the first part of the, or we're almost at the end of the first part of the trail, heading towards the observation deck. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me know. Lewis says, these people are so stupid. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally says, thank you, Lewis. Lewis Fuller says, you're welcome. All right, can you folks hear me? Yeah, you're good. Thank you, Queen. So, yeah. So, Adventures with JT is simulcasting me. Thank you for making me aware of that, babe. And he has my blessing to do so. Everyone has my blessing to simulcast me besides Paul. because Paul hit below the belt. So, JT, welcome to you and your audience over there. I hope you're all having a great day. My question, JT, is this, and this is an honest question, no hate, no trolling, just an honest question. JT, I've never one time come at you, attacked you, or criticized you. I've never said anything negative about you. Now, I had to remove you from the, behind the scenes because I didn't know that you were involved with channels that like to create drama. And here's the thing. I know you're a good person, JT. I also know the other woman that I'm not mentioning her name as part of our longtime agreement that I've adhered to this day. I know both of you are good people and you don't mean any harm. And this is just what you enjoy doing. I understand that. I don't think deep within you have any hatred towards me or anyone else. Okay? Same with the other lady. I honestly think that Paul has a deep hatred towards me. And some other people do. But not you, JT. So my curiosity to you is, sir, is this like entertainment for you? Is this a space filler? What is the purpose of rebroadcasting me? Yeah, my blessing to do so. I'm asking the same thing that I asked the other night to another creator. I'm just asking, what is the purpose of it, right? Because it doesn't bother me. It doesn't trigger me. And the audience that you're serving is an audience I don't want here. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to continue to build my audience independent of your drama audience and use examples at times from the things your audience is doing, right? And I'm okay with that. And maybe you're doing the same thing in return. Maybe you're like, okay, well, Eli and his audience, they're just too cringy, or they're just too goody-goody and blah, 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 right? But, JT, here's the thing. I have no hate for you. I think you're a good guy. I think that, you're doing well for yourself. And I think you carry yourself really well. And you have some great points to make when you're not doing drama content. And I wholeheartedly mean that. So my question again to you is, what is the purpose of rebroadcasting me? Is it because I'm somebody that gets you guys a bunch of traction more so than the content you create on your own? I can understand that if that's the case. If that's the case, that's cool. Not a big deal. Because I don't see any other reason for it, right? I don't see the purpose of it, right? You want to give a bunch of people that you honestly don't like the opportunity to come in and talk shit about me so that can boost your numbers, right? Because logically that's the only thing that would make sense, right? Now on my way back, I'm going to share some other examples of some things I've come across. And again, folks, I haven't paid too much attention to all of this, right? But every now and then, I'll tune in for a few minutes. And because I'm so experienced at this stuff, I can tune in for a few minutes and pretty much know exactly what's going on and why things are happening. Right? And maybe one day, these people can turn their lives around and start creating something that's sustainable more long-term, something that they can be proud of, something they can call their own. See, any which way you look at it, even though I've given you folks, with the exception of Paul, the rights to rebroadcast me whenever you want. If you want to do it every day for the rest of your lives, no problem. But are you really doing something that's coming from you? Or are you growing off of someone else's presence on YouTube, right? Ask yourself, do you feel proud? Do you feel you're accomplishing something by rebroadcasting me? Because I think you, JT, and many other people, I think you folks are way more capable of creating some great things besides this, right? And if you're going to come back and say, well, you ban everybody on your channel and this and that, well, here's the thing, dude. I am not a drama channel. I don't want to talk about drama. Or I don't want drama people coming here that don't value my content, that just want to attack me and slow down my positive message, right? And I think you know that, right? That's why I banned those people. Again, I don't think you really even like most of those people in your chat. They're just boosting your numbers. And I can understand that to a certain extent. But how much further are you going to grow off of this, right? At some point, it's going to get old to the same people. And the new people, don't even really know what's going on. And the new people are going to be saying, why do these people keep rebroadcasting him and talking smack about this positive guy that's just running his positive channel with positive messages, right? I mean, I have my ideas on why I feel a lot of people are simulcasting me all day, every day. I'm not gonna get into that. It doesn't need to be said. But look, folks, there's a large group of people are not going to continue, even if I give them unlimited rights, like I have to everyone except Paul. People still are not going to focus 100% of their time on rebroadcasting my content unless they're getting something out of it from somewhere else, right? Look at it from a logical standpoint. I don't know if that's a fire over there or they're putting tar on that roof, but there's smoke coming off of the ceiling of that building over there on the other side of Highway 101. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing these people, they don't want me to have, right? Right? I have people that actually watch my content. I have 10 people here right now, even with the simulcast, right? So there are 10 legit people, right? If there was no simulcast going on, I would also have another 20 people at least, or 25 people that don't like my content, but they'd be consuming it here on my channel, right? And I would get more in the box than all these people, right? And technically, even though these people are blocked, if they want to hear what I have to say, they should be watching it on my channel, right? These people just don't want to give that to me, right? And so they take advantage of a little loophole and say to these people, okay, well, Eli's blocked you on his channel. Why don't you come to mine? I'll rebroadcast his stuff, and then you can chat here, right? At the same time, the people going there and talk shit about me, they don't care about the creators, and the creators don't care about them. The people in the chat just care about talking shit about me because they can't do it on my channel, and the creators just care about getting their numbers any way they can, right? And I'm sitting here like, wow. Wow, this is just some crazy shit, right? So rock on, JT. Listen, bro, I have no hate towards you. I think you're a good guy. I understand in order to keep your audience around, you have to talk shit about me when I know you don't feel that way. And that's all good, bro. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep the audience around, right? At least understand I'm a smart enough man to understand that. And I'm sharing this here because other people that may be going through this on YouTube or going through this in life are going to learn how to handle this shit, right? And, like I've said in the recent past, the more and more people rebroadcast me, the more exposure it gets me, right? The more it gets my name out there, right? So it's not that big of a deal. All I've been doing lately is saying, hey, I'm just curious, what are you getting out of it? I'm not talking smack about you folks, right? Right? I'm just doing my own shows. I'm just, sharing my truth. You, JT, and everyone else that simulcast me must find me really fascinating, right? And I appreciate that, bro. That's a term of endearment. It is. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to rebroadcast me because you're fascinated by, what I'm saying. And that's cool, dude. And I like you, dude. I respect you. I do. I'm not here sucking up to you. I'm not kissing your ass. I'm being real with you, man. So rock on, bro. Rock on. Continue the rebroadcast with no fear, man. The only person that's being taken down is Paul, because Paul hits below the belt. You don't, JT. Yeah, you've said a few things, but you didn't hit below the belt. I've heard what you said, JT. And you've been, you know, you've said some things I didn't really like, JT, but you didn't hit below the belt. And I can respect that. Anyway, heading back, folks. I'm going to reset the chat and I will be right back. I think the chat froze. All right. We're back live. So we've been talking about if you want the nonsense to stop, you must stop it yourself. If you want the nonsense to stop, you must stop it yourself. You know, I wanted to just give some pretty generalized examples, but you know, I can't help people unless I get specific. So I'm going to get a little specific here today. And it's not a big deal, because maybe I can get through to these people and maybe they can really realize what's going on and stop the insanity, right? And stop the nonsense. They have to decide to stop the nonsense first, no matter how much nonsense the other person is giving them or not, that they're talking nonsense about, right? I think there must be a fire. I do hear fire trucks on the way. There's a lot of smoke over there. I mean, that smoke is chugging along, and it's getting thicker and thicker. It's white smoke. At least it's not black smoke. I can smell that over here. Oh yeah. See, this is the shit that I don't like when I'm on this walk and the air is fresh and then a fire happens and it just pollutes the air. I could smell that, and I'm probably maybe almost a half a mile away from that. Anyway, carry on. As I start going south, I'll get away from the smoke zone. So I'm going to mention something about you, Scotty. I guess you changed your name to some drama name. I can't remember your channel name. You changed your name from Scotty Knows It All, or not Knows It All, or Scotty Knows Best. I can't remember what your old channel name was. See, this is how little I pay attention to this. But I paid attention enough to really understand what's going on, right? So Scotty, now apparently you're going back and forth with James, right? And that group over there, right? And here's the thing, because I know you know what's going on over there, and James and you have been pretty close. And who's to say that you both aren't creating some fake instigated drama? That's my first assessment there. Is this fake and instigated? Because if it wasn't fake, don't you think that James would have blocked you? You see, people that are truly beefing and are truly creating chaos for each other, they're going to block each other. But you both haven't blocked each other, and you're commenting in each other's comment sections. So that to me is saying that this is fake instigated drama. And if it's not fake, if it's real, you folks are not banning each other because you both want the back and forth, because you know drama gets you the most traction, right? It's stupid, right? You see, Scotty, I'm going to refer to you as this. I saw in a comment section of James's, and you're calling him out that, oh, you're all about the money and you're making money. Of course, that's his job. If you know that feeding into him is going to make him more money and that's his content, then why are you doing it? Right? And James, I have no problem. If you want to play this clip of me saying this, I don't care. Use it all. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But James knows I'm right. And I'm trying to get it through to you and anyone else that continues to go back and forth with James, and then you wonder why he keeps coming at you and he keeps making money. You folks are, in essence, his content. The only way to stop the insanity is to stop it within yourself, right? If you want to stop the nonsense, Scotty, you got to stop it yourself. Because until you stop, he's not going to stop. He's getting paid to respond to you or anyone else that comes at him in the way you're coming at him. And I thought you already knew that. And if you didn't know that, here's your chance to understand that, right? And James is saying these people are ridiculous, right? They keep coming at me, so I'm going to come at them. I got to defend myself, come at them, right? I can understand that. I do understand that. On top of people just naturally wanting to defend themselves, the motivation James has is money. He's getting paid to do this. And you folks know that. So why, if you're not a part of the skit, then why do you keep feeding into someone that's going to continue making money off you? And James, if you continue making money off them, no problem. If they can't figure this out on their own and they want to keep feeding into you, then you deserve to make that money. And I'm coming out here and saying that because that's just them being stupid and arrogant, right? That's the truth of the matter. It's the truth of the matter. Scotty, you can rise above this. Scotty, you sent me an email several weeks ago when you were on good terms with James, right? Right? You guys, talk about all this flip-flopping going on. You've been flip-flopping too, right? You've been flip-flopping. I'm one of the few people that hasn't flip-flopped. I don't flip-flop. I've been sticking to my own thing for years now. Right? Scotty, let's talk about Scotty. Let's talk about Granny's watching Jess. Someone make her aware that I'm talking about her. Not because I want to leverage her audience. It's a drama audience, but I'm just trying to help her still to this day. Granny's watching Jess. You continue to feed into this. And here's why you're doing it. I'm going to call you out again, Jess, because I'm trying to help you. This is what a good person like me does. I'm trying to help you. You think that you're getting back at him. You think that you're exposing him for being a hypocrite. Yes, he is a hypocrite, but he knows he's a hypocrite. And he plays off the fact that he knows he's a hypocrite and says he isn't because he knows it's going to get more of your attention. James knows he's a hypocrite. I proved it, but I don't care. I just don't feed into him anymore, right? And here's the thing. Again, James was right. You shouldn't have put out those calls. I didn't listen to those calls. I just heard you did it. I don't have time to watch 3-4 hour drama shit streams, right? Especially when it's with somebody that I used to go back and forth with. That was a waste of my time and didn't get me anywhere. Now for you, Granny's watching Jess, maybe you're getting some donations and making some money more than you ever had before with your actual content, but it's not going to be sustainable long term. The moment you stop talking about James is the moment your money dries out. And I'm not saying you don't deserve to make money. Everyone does, right? But you're dragging this thing so far. You're dragging this thing on for so long because you're making more money than you ever have. And I can understand that. But how much longer is the same old song and dance going to be sustainable? It's not. And then think about it. The more you keep doing shit like that, Granny's watching, the more you put at risk of getting demonetized and getting removed from the YouTube Partner Program and then having your channel shut down for a terms of service violation. I predict that. If you keep on going, Jess, you're going to be the next victim removed from the YPP YouTube Partner Program, and then your channel will be shut down for a terms of service violation. To be honest with you, Jess, I'm surprised you haven't been demonetized yet. But you're next. Country Joe was demonetized. Lycan Legion for the second time was demonetized, right? French Dose, Inside the Lab, some of you remember him, was demonetized. I can keep going down the list, right? I've been monetizing this channel for 2.5 years straight out of the little over 3 years it's been around. It's been around a little over 3 years. Maybe almost 3.5 years. It's been monetized for 2.5 with no problems. Why? I don't violate the terms of service. I don't do this stupid shit. Yeah, I haven't made as much money on YouTube as you folks have, but down the road I will, because I'm building up to it with real content. You folks can do the same thing. That's the point of this stream. I'm trying to get you folks to understand that you are worth it. You are worth more than what you're putting out there. And see, Jess, again, you're doing this because you think that, number one, you're getting back at James, and number two, you think that you're going to keep making the amount of money you're making. And what you don't realize, GW, Granny's watching Jess, and I'm not against you, I'm not against anyone, I'm just sharing with you what's going to happen. I predict this, I'm the predictor, and all my predictions have come true. Karma has no deadline, Jess. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to allow James to get you removed from the partner program and have your channel shut down? And do you not think that people aren't mass flagging you from his end? Oh, they are. That's what they do. And quite frankly, I can't blame them or anyone that does this stupid shit. All this stupid shit should get flagged down. Now, I'm not flagging anybody because, like I said, I don't care anymore. Right? There's only one person I'm flagging down, and that's for copyright, and that's Paul, because he broke our peace agreement. But besides that, I don't do that shit anymore. But I can't sit there and say what other people are doing or aren't doing. And so you people are reactive and not proactive. That's the problem. You people are reactive and not proactive. You wait until the bad shit happens instead of preventing the bad shit from happening, right? Give me a second here. I'm going to reset the chat and come right back. Do not go anywhere, folks. All right, we're back live. We've got 11 in the box, 15 thumbs up. Thank you to everyone that's viewing this here on my channel. I greatly appreciate you. Please take this moment to like this stream if you're here live or on the replay. Please like it as well. Please also share it out. If you have a community tab, channels with over 500 subscribers, get a community tab now. Queen says you're good. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you, Queen. It's really nice to have you back. We all missed you on the front lines. And Queen's going to be coming back and doing some live streams on YouTube. It looks like that fire has been somewhat put out, but I can still smell it. It's not as bad as it was. But I can definitely smell it. It's horrible. So yeah, channels with over 500 subscribers get a community tab. Please share this out on your community tab. Share it out on social media also as well. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other social media site you're a part of where you feel your friends there or the people you know there would get value from this type of content. I really want to help as many people as possible get the best possible grips on their lives so that way you folks can accomplish whatever it is that your hearts desire. Also, please subscribe here to my main channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and also subscribe to my other channel, Coach Eli 2, uncensored live streams, Nightbot sharing the link every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Coach Eli uncensored. One more time, youtube.com/Coach Eli uncensored. You must be subscribed to chat in any of my live stream chats. Once you subscribe, there's no waiting period. You can chat immediately as long as you follow my rules. No trolling, no hating, no attacking. Constructive criticism only. Do not hit below the belt. If you do, you're gone immediately. And you're gone forever. You're never coming back. Even if you come back on sock accounts, we'll keep banning you. That's the way it works around here. We want your feedback. We want your tough love, but we want it done in a constructive way above the belt. You hit below the belt, and you're out. Bottom line. Also, folks, if you'd like to make a donation to help further support this channel, this is a monetized channel here, and you can do so in one of many ways. You can go to the bottom of the chat and click on the super chat, the $sign, and select super chat to send a highlighted message with the amount you select. You can also select super sticker instead, and it'll send an animated Giphy of any amount you select. If that doesn't work for you, and you would rather donate via PayPal or Cash App, I do have a PayPal and Cash App. Nightbot is sharing my PayPal and Cash App links every 7 minutes as well. On PayPal, it is paypal.me/Coach Eli. Sorry, paypal.me/Coach Eli. And on Cash App, you can send donations at $the real Coach Eli. And as always, donations are not required, but they are greatly appreciated. If you want to remain anonymous with your donations, let me know. If not, I will give you notoriety if I notice it during the stream. If you send a super chat, obviously I'll notice it. When I'm on mobile, I can't check my email and stuff for Cash Apps and PayPals, and I have notifications turned off so I'm not distracted or disturbed on the show while I'm on mobile. But I will acknowledge you on the very next live stream I do, whether it's in the studio or from mobile, if you send a Cash App or a PayPal. All right. Oh man, that smoke is giving me a little bit of a headache. Like, I was feeling so good, and it's just amazing, what some thick smoke can do to your health. Like, even if you're healthy and you're on a walk, like I am, just getting some fresh air. I mean, man, as I get further away, I guess it's traveling south. And I'm hearing more emergency vehicles respond. There's a fire truck going over I think it's like the battalion chief. I think it's trying to head to the fire site. Yeah, it's heading down. I can't see it. I can hear it traveling in the direction of where that fire was at. Maybe some people were injured in the fire or something. Hopefully everyone's okay. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're heading towards the last part of the trail. We'll be going off the air in about 20 minutes or less. So going back to Scotty, if you want to talk and you understand what's going on, I'd be happy to talk with you. I'd be happy to do some panels with you. Okay, but I do want to talk with you privately first. And here's the thing. Anytime I talk with anyone privately, I automatically assume I'm being recorded, especially when it comes to people from this group, right? So, I mean, if I have a private conversation with you, Scotty, I'm hoping that you're not the kind of person that's going to record and put things publicly, but I just wouldn't say anything to you, even privately, that I would be afraid to go public. So it's not even worth recording me, because I always assume I'm being recorded from here on out. That's how sad it is. That's how sad it is out here on YouTube. Some people literally have no content and no life, and just hate themselves so much that they have to try to get anything and everything on anyone and use it as content. Like, would you folks be doing this if it wasn't on YouTube? Right? Like, before YouTube came out, were people even doing these stupid things? It's just so stupid, right? So dumb. God, more fire trucks going to that fire. You know, if you want the nonsense to stop, folks, you got to stop it yourself, right? You're the only one that can control what you react to and don't react to, right? Whether it's online or offline, even in your real life, you know, sometimes you're going to have a group of friends that are jealous of you. Maybe they're jealous of your girlfriend or boyfriend. Maybe they're jealous of your job. Maybe they're jealous of your car. Maybe they're jealous that you're better looking than them or you have better clothes than them, right? I've dealt with that in my younger days with several friends, right? And I still know who these guys are, and we're still somewhat connected, maybe through social media and stuff, but I don't hang out with them. You know why? Because I don't want to hang around people that are insecure and weak, especially men. I don't want to hang around guys that are insecure and weak, right? I'm not there to compete with my friends. I'm not there to try to be any better than them. I just want to hang out and have a good time. But when you hang around with friends and all they're doing is trying to kick you down because they're projecting their insecurities onto you and they wish they could be like you, that really just makes it a shitty time. It's not a fun time to hang around people like that, right? Especially if it's, you know, a guy friend, right? Now, when it comes to women are emotional beings, like I've said, right? Now, if I'm dating someone, they're going to go through stuff like that. I'm more willing to tolerate that from a girlfriend, like my girlfriend, because I love her. And at the end of the night, I can snuggle up with her after everything gets worked out. We can make out, we can make love, and it's all good, right? But when it comes to my guy friends, right? I don't want to hang around with guys that behave like women, right? That's the thing. The whole point is, I don't want to hang around with guys that behave like women. I've got a woman. And I love and respect my woman, and I understand she's going to more so behave those ways at times. But here's the funny thing. Women nowadays, including mine, are acting stronger than most of these men, right? Women nowadays, like I said, I'll say it again, women nowadays, including mine, are coming off and behaving and are actually stronger than most of these weak-ass, pathetic beta males. That's just really sad. And my woman's been seeing this. And she's just flabbergasted. She's just like, wow. I thought there was drama in my family life. Like this, babe, Eli, babe, this supersedes everything. Like, wow. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Neither have I. But I love this platform. I love YouTube. I love the capabilities of YouTube. And the reason why I keep on dealing with it and I've learned to deal with it and learned to brush it off, move forward, is because I want to earn my space in this platform. And I feel I have. I truly love YouTube. And one day my dream is to actually be invited to the headquarters. Change camera. Come on. 22 miles north that way in San Bruno, California, right before San Francisco. I want to go there and hang out with Susan Wojcicki. I know what she's done for the platform, even though most people... All right, we're back live. We're back live. I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I was saying that I think Susan Wojcicki has done amazing things for the YouTube platform. I got cut off back there, folks. This platform continues to get better each and every day. Ever since they changed to the new YouTube studio compared to the old video manager, it's gotten so much better. A transformer just blew in South Bay area? Are you talking about the San Francisco South Bay area, or are you talking about in New York, Queen? You know I can't stand the CEO of YouTube. She is evil. Well, that's your opinion. And see, here's a perfect example, Queen. Let me move over here because there's some people coming. I'll show you the beautiful water for a second, okay? Here's where we have a difference of opinion, and I respectfully disagree with you. I understand why you feel that way because you have a different genre of content than I do, and I get it. So again, I don't, California says, okay, so the South Bay of California, which is down that way towards San Jose, Santa Clara County, a transformer blew. Well, thanks for making me aware, Queen. You're on top of it. You're on top of all the news, locally, nationally, and internationally. Gosh. Wow. But yeah, we can respectfully disagree on that. And, everyone's going to have different opinions and views and stuff like that. So I get it. But at the end of the day, I still have love and respect for Queen Helen Casey. That's the way people should learn to handle things, right? And why do I think people on YouTube don't handle things that way? I mean, after being on this platform full time for over 5 years, I've chalked it up to it's the fact that it's their content. It's the only way they can get a large audience and make some kind of money. That's why they do it. That's why people record people and put it publicly. That's why people, get these private provocative pictures of each other and then use them as blackmail, and then they end up, going all over YouTube, right? And then someone's channel or a bunch of channels get shut down for doing that. It's really pathetic. It is. And JT, if you're still watching and rebroadcasting and your audience is there, I'm sure you agree with me on that, JT. Tell me you don't agree with me. Maybe you'll pretend to disagree with me just to keep your audience around, bro. But I don't think you disagree. JT, you've seen so many dumb things happen on this platform. Right? And here's the thing, JT. Respectfully speaking, I do like you, bro. I do. There's a reason why we're not connected anymore because I just can't have drama content around. I can't be involved in any drama content. But here's the thing with you, bro. And I'm not upset you're no longer a channel member. It's not a big deal. I never expected you to become one. But a month ago or so, you were a channel member on my channel. A moderator, a channel member. You were being so supportive, and all of a sudden, I never did anything to you, and now you flipped. Which I don't really think you flipped. I think that's just the content you create just for fun. I don't think you mean any harm by it, right? But see, that's not how it comes off to the audience, right? It's basically putting on a show for the audience. That's what certain people do out here. And until I figured that out, I was wrapped into it. That's why I don't feed into it anymore, because I was being used for entertainment content. I was being instigated to react, in any way possible, just so I could be made fun of or be used as a lolcow or as a clown or something, right? And that's what's happening. That's all this is. I'm just trying to teach as many people as possible to understand that, including my lady. I think my lady does understand it now. Here's the funny thing. My lady's been on YouTube less time than all these people, and she understands it better than most of them. She understands it better than Granny's Watching Jess, than Scotty, and even some other people on this platform. Too many to mention, right? Folks, if you want the nonsense to stop, you've got to stop the nonsense yourself. If you want the nonsense to stop, you have to stop the nonsense within yourself first. You have to stop feeding into things. You have to stop reacting, or at least overreacting. If you're going to respond, don't get upset or don't get triggered, because that's what people want. That's what people that are coming at you want, whether it's YouTube or off of YouTube. But on YouTube, the most fascinating content you can give a drama channel is getting triggered, because they will do a 3-4 hour shit stream on you and make a couple $100 at your expense, right? And then it'll also make you look further bad because you got triggered, right? I had to learn that the hard way. Now I'm trying to teach as many people as possible, right? See, here's the thing that I've learned about social media and YouTube. If people truly want to support you and they truly like your content, they will come and view it on your channel and they will stick around. People that watch your content somewhere else are not true supporters. So what good is that going to be anyway, right? It's not a big deal. How do you handle that? Handle it the same way that I handle it. I keep moving forward. I create content multiple times a day usually. I occasionally take some time off, but I create a lot of content. I keep moving forward no matter what. And eventually the right audience will find me and will be supportive. It can work and will work the same way for you. You just have to rise above all this, right? You got to cut your losses now and stop doing stupid drama shit, thinking that that's the way you're going to run a sustainable YouTube channel or business for the rest of your life. It's not going to be sustainable long term. Trust me on that. It's only as sustainable as the people that are feeding into you keep on feeding into you, right? I fit into this shit for like 2 to 3 years. And these people made hundreds of thousands of dollars off my name and my content, right? Because I couldn't figure this out. It took me like 3 years to figure it out. And I've been rebuilding for the last couple of years, right? And, you know, I've tried to give some second and third chances to certain people, but I've realized that the only way to move forward when you get stuck with a group of drama people is you got to remove them all and start fresh. And when you remove all those people, there goes your audience, because you had a drama audience initially that was there just for drama. So if you're going to do something more authentic and more, you know, non-drama, something real, right? Something to be proud of, you're going to start off with 0 people there. Even if you have 5 or 6K subs or 10K subs, you're going to start from 0. Why? Because those people were not there, or those people are not there for your real content. They were there, and they're there for your drama content, right? You ever see your numbers? If you have a drama audience primarily, you see your numbers when you do drama compared to when you don't do drama. Your drama numbers are typically 3 to 4 times greater with live viewers and actual views on a replay, live stream replay, or pre-recorded video. So that's why some people get sucked into it for a while, because they realize like 95% of my audience is here for drama. And when I don't cater my channel to drama, even though I'm not a drama channel, you know, I get 1 or 2 people there and I get hardly any views, right? So people go back to creating more drama because they missed the views, right? Instead of doing what I'm doing, starting over and not worried about how many views I get, you know, whether they're live viewers or views on a pre-recorded video or live stream replay. Just keep moving forward and do you. And eventually YouTube will find you, your audience. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just about 5 or 6 minutes or so. I was thinking about going live from Coach Eli 2 tonight, but more than likely I will not be going live from Carts. She's going to be out until at least 9 or 10. So I may just end up talking with you, babe, when you get home briefly. And then we got to plan our part 2 of that show regarding insecure men we started on Coach Eli 2 last night. Again, folks, go to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live stream, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and check out that stream from last night before we do part 2 at some point tomorrow. My lady and I will do part 2 of the stream regarding insecure men. We have still a couple hours of that blog to dissect, and it's been very, very interesting. Someone let the door open for me. I'll be kind and I'll close it. Again, folks, get your questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We're going off the air in just a few minutes. Let me check out the chat one last time. I'll be right back, folks. I got to reset the chat here. All right, folks. Get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. Again, we're going to be going off the air in just a few minutes, and more than likely I will not be coming back tonight for a stream on Coach Eli 2 unless I get some burst of energy and get bored just kicking back on my couch and resting. I do need to rest. I've been working my ass lately. But as of right now, don't count on the stream. But knowing me, I'll probably end up doing one because I said don't count on it. When I say I will more than likely do a stream, then I don't. And then when I say more than likely I won't do one, I will. But again, sincerely, don't count on it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've got plenty of content to put out. I just don't want to overextend myself. And I've got some great plans with my lady coming up this weekend. I want to be well rested. Saturday, my lady and I are going to be heading out to the coast. And, wow, that lady's really loud. We're going to be heading out to the coast. She's going to go get her nails done. And I'm probably going to go live from my car while we're on the coast. So you'll get something from me from mobile sometime Saturday morning on the West Coast. It'll be early afternoon on the East Coast. Anyway, folks, thank you to everyone for being here today. I greatly appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm going to shut this down one more time to make sure I have reception to shut the stream down, because if I don't do that, sometimes it doesn't shut down properly, and then I have to wait for 30 minutes for YouTube to shut it down. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Want to thank Queen Helen Casey for being here. Thank you to Lewis Fuller for being here. Thank you to my lady, respectfully, maturely, and professionally, for being here. And anyone else that I missed, folks. Again, I may be back on Coach Eli 2 tonight, but more than likely not. Keep it locked here to this channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Keep it locked on my community tab, and also keep it locked in the community tab of Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live streams. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.